We are going to be talking about today, this morning actually, is how to prep your team for Tuesday night. So this is a Young Living specific video. If you are in Young Living, this one is for you. If you are not in Young Living, but you're curious, if you are YL curious, you should probably watch. And if you're not, shoot, watch anyway. It's just a few minutes long and you probably want to hang out anyway. So what I want to do is I want to start us off with prayer because this is my show and that is what I do. And if you pray, that is cool. And if not, just skip ahead a little bit or maybe just be blessed by it. Okay, here we go, you guys. Dear Lord, we come to you today, this Friday morning. You know what is on our hearts. You know what each and every person is going through. Maybe they're on a mountaintop and maybe they're in a valley. We all have these moments. Lord, be with us in these moments. If we're in a valley moment, if you see us in a point of, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? These are messages that I get often, and I'm just me, God. You're receiving these so often. Dear Lord, be the comfort people need. Make yourself known. Be the comfort that they feel this morning whenever they think that everything is falling apart. Lord, be there with them. Remind them you are there with them through the valleys all the way up to the mountaintops. And Lord, if we have people that are on a mountaintop today and my gosh, they're just having the best day ever, Lord, be with them there. I think the mountaintops are maybe actually the scariest places for us. They're the places where we believe we did it on our own. Lord, be there with them and remind them, my gosh, you did not do this on your own, child. Remind us to be thankful in all things. Lord, bring us the people that you need in our lives today. Illuminate them, make them where we cannot miss the opportunity that we have in front of us. If there is somebody that needs something that we have to say, give us the gumption to say it. Dear Lord, just be with us always. In your name, amen. Oh, how are we going to prep our teams for Tuesday? Y'all, Tuesday's going to be lit. Lit. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, right? Like, I don't know. I'm not in corporate. But there is a lot of comp plan enhancements is what I'm hearing. Comp plan enhancements. And so that is not a, when I hear the word enhancement, it is not a, oh, that's going to suck. It's a, oh, that sounds good. Oh, that sounds very interesting, right? So how do we prep our team for Tuesday night? Well, I think something that maybe we forget to do on an ongoing basis anyway is to remind our team that there's even income potential in the first place. I think that sometimes I love that you pray over us. I'd have it no other way, you guys. Hi, I'm Martha, and this is my lane. I am very, very into my lane, into my space these days. Unapologetically, I am walking in God's mission for my own life, and I will be stopped by not nobody, okay? And yeah, I do what I want. And that is what I want. So I'm a little sassy, but I love you so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just it. That's just it. So anyway, okay. So I think something that we forget to do, or just don't think about, or maybe even feel weird about, is reminding people about the income potential of the business. And so, in the way that I set up teams, I have, or, groups associated with teams, is I have a builder group and then I have a product group, right? And so when people come in, if I already know right off the bat that they're wanting to build a business, then they're going to be in my builder group, enough said, and my product group. But then the people that are just coming in for, like oils, or if they're coming in for supplements or Ningxia Red, I mean, holler if you hear me. Ningxia Red is that stuff. But if they're just coming in for something like that, then they're just going to be in the product group, no big deal. And the reason why I have the two separate groups is because if I don't want to make people feel weird, right? I think that's the whole problem with network marketing, is that customers, like people that are just buying the stuff, are somehow made to feel weird because there's also talk of growing the business in the same environment. And so they're like, well, that's not what I'm here for, so does that mean I don't fit? And when people start to feel, this is important, guys, psychologically, when people start to feel like they don't fit, they'll start to slough away whether they, listen to this, whether they like the product or not. If they start to feel like they're not part of the community and they start to feel like they don't fit, they will leave. You need two different groups. Now, that said, I do believe that we need to pepper in the opportunity every once in a while. That does not mean once a week. That does not even necessarily mean once a month, guys. Not even. It just means when things like this happen, so like this, the comp chain or the comp plan enhancement, when things like that happen, that's where you're like, oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you know this or not. And this isn't, I don't talk about this. You know, you call out the elephant. Okay, so if you haven't followed me for very long, I use this term calling out the elephant a lot. And what that means is I call out the obvious thing in the room, but then I like just to say like, oh, by the way, this is here, and then I move on. Okay, so nobody's sitting around wondering why we're not talking about this thing. And so every once in a while, I'll just be like, oh, by the way, there's a comp plan enhancement happening. If you didn't know that there's also a business side to this, you know, if you're curious about it, come to this call. They're going to talk about the comp plan enhancement. We have a system. We as a team have a system. We as a team have a process, right? If you're in the cutting edge with me, then that means that you're essentially an extension of my team, because I don't want you, here, listen, please. I do not want you guys jumping from your team over to my team. I've had a lot of messages from people trying to come over to my team from their team. I want you to bloom where you were planted. You are there for a reason. Do not do that. And if you're upset with your upline, or if your upline is gone or whatever, you have to understand that that move means more than you just moving. It means more to other people that are good people further up in the upline, okay? Please stay where you are. But if you're in cutting edge, that's the extension of my team. You're working with me as you're in my builder team. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still working with you. So that's, I just wanted to make that super clear. But then in your builder team, what we need to be doing right now, if you already have one, if you don't have one, no big deal. You will soon, okay? Be in Gold Getters. If you're not in Gold Getters, okay? But I think the link is in the description of this video if you're not in there. So in your builder team, what we need to be doing is we need to be saying, come to the thing on Tuesday night. In Gold Getters, I'm doing a watch party, right? Where I'll be actually sort of like saying, when they say the changes that are coming, I'm probably going to voice over and be like, do you guys know what that means? That means boom, 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 boom. So if you have your people in Gold Getters and they come to the watch party, they're going to hear from me and my business strategist brain. Here's what that means. Here's how we take advantage of that. Not in a bad way, take advantage, but take the way they want us taking advantage of things, right? They create these so we use them, right? They're supposed to motivate. And so anyway, this is how we get people excited about it. Say like, okay, come in. We've got a watch party going on. Things are changing. This is very, very exciting. We set the narrative. We set the story. I think maybe for the last certain amount of time. I'm not going to say how much time because I'm not even sure how long it's been. I just came back, right? But I think for a certain amount of time, we have allowed the narrative to be set by other people. And the narrative that they are creating is not only untrue, but it is unfair and it is irresponsible. But we've been letting them set the narrative and we've kind of just been sitting back like, oh my gosh, what's happening? What's happening? Today that changes. Today we set the narrative. We make the change. And we are excited about Tuesday night. So I'm going to get out of here. You guys have the best day ever. I will see you later. Bye.